Hello? Hello, everyone. Hello, konnichiwa. Hope you are doing relatively well because Nightmare 200 is busting our asses really hard. Yeah? Slamming balls deep right up in It's so bad, right? That's basically Nightmare 200 in a nutshell. It's bad, okay? It's bad. So I've been trying for quite some time now. I've been doing different setups and shit. I tried to go without Kango. I tried to use without Okto and stuff, but it's really hard to do it because no Galleon. Because apparently the go-to setup obviously is much better to have Galleon because she provides a lot of shit, and yeah, it just altogether is very easy. She does so much damage. She does delay. She does the thing, and plus Nightmare 200 has an insane amount of HP for you to really make use of a character like that. So it's pretty nice, right? If you do not have it, then you just cope or you just die. Yep, you just die in Nightmare 200. You just don't do anything. You're just dead. Because this guy has like what, 500 plus, maybe I think 560 mil HP or something. I don't really remember the exact amount, but it's a lot. It's at least double of 150, so it's pretty annoying. So the things that you need to keep in mind in 200 is that he has a massive RNG factor in here. He has a lot of RNG factors, so maybe there are some setups that can be actually consistent, but I feel like a lot of times they all involves Galleon, and I do not have Galleon. The only thing I can cope with is having Okto 150 because I decided to do that for this specific Guild War, because the blue toilet paper I got from this Guild War went into Okto 150. So yeah, I have to. That's probably only the real thing that I can cope with. Yeah. Gandalf is obviously probably one of my saviors for this Guild War. Oh my god. So like all the few setups that I did manage to try out, I think I was testing like this shit or whatever. I was even testing without this. I put like Gandalf. I was putting like Monica and shit and stuff. Doesn't seem to work. Like it doesn't seem to be that great. I was even testing like this setup with Monica instead of Gandalf, but from what I've seen so far, I just need the dispels. I need some dispels, at least a good amount of dispels, and at least some heals. You know, some heals is very important. Apparently very important. If I use back the same thing as you saw from yesterday, like the Nightmare 150 one, it just won't work because I would not be able to survive. It's impossible because that team has 0 sustain. It's just go, nuke non-stop. Just pure in damage, nothing. There's no way I can survive that. So for me, Satyr is a must. If you do not have Satyr, you can try Lena, you can try Summer Alex, you can try all like Christmas Anturia, or Galleon, whatever shit. Yeah, you know the usual faces you tend to see for Nightmare 200 because that's how it is. If you do not have it, then Nightmare 200 is going to be a pain in the ass. If it's a pain in the ass, I suggest you to just go back to 150 because if you're full auto for Nightmare 150, give or take 5 to 6 minutes, for example, maybe 6-7 minutes, right? And then for Nightmare 200, it'll be like, I don't know, 20 fucking minutes long or some shit, or longer. I suggest you just go back to 150, or if not, try to do it with a friend, like at least with a crewmate, you know, just duo that thing, just 2-man that shit. And if you want, you full auto / manual or something, you know, that kind of thing. You can try to do that because Nightmare 200 has up to 10 million plus ish honors that you can get. So maybe you can split between 2 of you, get 5 million each, and then if you can clear it within less than 10 minutes with 2 people, I still count that as a win, right? So it's really not that bad, right? You get 5 million in less than 10 minutes, you're still getting a little bit more than what you usually get in Nightmare 150, right? So it's technically better, right? Also, why is it so dark now? So that's my disclaimer for this. It has a very big RNG factor in this. There are some runs that is like fucking nice, right? I did some runs that is really nice, but I think the best outcome I've seen so far for me, it involves having Okto 150, Gandalf, and Satyr. These three characters is probably like the only ones that I managed to get relatively good results. I've tried also with having Sarasa in there because my Sarasa is at least level 140, so it's kind of nice. Probably if you have 150 Sarasa, might as well just use her, especially if you have like Galleon. Just use her with Galleon and Satyr or something. Probably you can full auto just fine. You could probably clear it in 10 minutes plus, who knows. But yeah, Galleon does save a lot of headaches for this one. But since I do not have that, and at least I have Okto 150, so that's kind of like my copium right now. But yeah, anyways, my grid I did change a little bit. I am using the double garrison shit from my Highlander Kame setup kind of thing, because I am using Kame as you see. I put Lobelia in the back line because, you know, I kind of need it for Gandalf to actually, you know, be relatively nice. And yeah, I need 2 of this garrison shit in order for me to really survive. Because if I do not have that, from what I remember I tested without like this, it just doesn't work. I just take so much damage when I'm like even at 20% HP when I'm relatively on the red side. Because like I think I set it here. Wait, where is it? Yeah, see, I set it to like 30% of my HP. I have like 232 right now. So if I actually remove this, right? If I actually remove this, I just have like a whole big chunk of defense just missing. See? It literally just almost doubles the amount of defense that I can get. So this thing is like a must. Because there's a lot of times, right? There's a lot of times in the run where I'm always sitting between like red HP, but my red HP is like around, give or take, like 20k HP or so. So it still is relatively good to have like that amount of garrison when you're still super low on HP, because when you're super low on HP, the so-called triggers that you get at that time, it's not as painful. It still freaking hurts, but it's not as painful because as long as you can survive, Satyr can re-heal you a little bit, so it's nice. So especially if you can at least get some heals on her ring, it'd be really good, right? But I do not have. I have fucking debuff resistance, but I have like CA cap, and I did max her stats, so I'm just keeping this ring for now. So I'm actually okay. I mean, supplemental is kind of whatever. I was trying to just get some random shit with my very few amount of earrings, and I got that, so yeah. And yeah, max out her healing, give her a little bit of HP, blah 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 and stuff, and should be okay. Yeah. I did change my MC's EMP thing a little bit because I think it's easier to check it from here. So yeah, I did remove like the double attack. I removed like the skill cap and shit because I used to have like some random nukes on my Kango, but because I'm not nuking at all with my MC, so I decided to remove them because it's kind of pointless to have skill cap anyway if you're not nuking. I decided to put some of the dish thingy, whatever, the weapon proficiency bonus thing, so you're basically getting more stats out of it whenever whichever weapons you have in your grid equipped. Then you have triple attack and then debuff success, because apparently debuffs on MC is apparently quite important for my survival. If I whiff, then there's a higher chance for me to die. But yeah, other than that, I also decided to put all the defenses node in, but I don't think I can get I did not get a final defense, yeah. So I only got 3 of it, but I think that should be okay. And I also decided to get the earth attack thingy. And the rest is like technically the standard thing. I maxed out my Ogi like crazy just so I can have consistent damage and stuff, because, you know, this guy, I actually don't know. Does he have more defense than usual? I actually have no idea. Probably does, but yeah. So that's my Kango EMP if anyone's wondering. And yeah, I'm using the Tri-Slash, Miss, Arrow Shower. Apparently I feel like Arrow Shower seems to be the most efficient skill out of the ones that I used, which is Blind. I tried Blind, I tried Gravity. Gravity is okay, but I feel like there's really no reason for me to use Gravity, because there are times where the timing just gets really fucked up, where he goes to overdrive, he gets full diamonds anyway, so that really doesn't change anything. It's the same defense? Okay, thank you. So there's really no point for me to really use gravity at that point. So it's like, it's either I juggle between like maybe more defend down or attack down, but I feel like having attack down is a lot more consistent in a way. So it's like, in case my miserable miss decided to whiff, then I have a second chance and hopefully my arrow shower lands, right? So, or rain of arrows, whichever you call it. I just want him to have lesser damage at some point. Because if I whiff one or whiff both, then I'm just dead. Well, maybe not dead entirely, but the run gets a lot worse near the end. Because, you know, you do not have enough attack down and shit. He just nukes really freaking hard. But at least the other way I'm getting debuffs is from Satyr, because Satyr is always gonna debuff with her S3 every single turn, so that helps. And then for Okto, honestly, I'm not sure. I've been testing a few times, I guess, with him here. I've also tested him with him here, which is more or less the same. But I noticed that I need to press Uriel turn 1 to make it more consistent in the first 85%, because he does that first trigger 85%. He does that held under shit, which is super bad. And if I do not have any chambers, because I am using Okto, and is the good thing about Okto at 150 is that you want to do chambers and then you get literally immune to dispel, cancels, and any form of debuffs, right? So I apparently can align that properly whenever I use Uriel in turn 1. Sometimes I do it without it and it seems to be able to align it, but I notice there are times where I just don't align it. So I seen more success with me casting Uriel turn 1 for that to happen. It seems to work a lot better. Yeah. Other than that, I think I still use the same shit. I'm still using the Ultima Katana because it works with these 3 characters, not her. That's why you see 19 out of 20. And then the opus is still the same. Still chain burst, blah blah blah, Ogi cap shit, blah blah blah. And then the Ogi the it's still the same stuff from before. I did not really change too much. The only things I really changed is just having Garrison in there, and it seems to help. So, okay. Yeah, I guess that with that out of the way, let's just try and hope that the RNG is not too bad this time. But I guess I can somewhat show how well it did, like the few ones. So this one is the one I literally just completed a while ago, yeah. Managed to get this. This is actually really fucking good times, by the way. I cannot get this consistently, by the way. I just want to point that out. It looks good. It may look good for YouTube video, but probably I'm not sure if that's really gonna happen very often. It seems to happen. This kind of time seems to happen a lot more often, where sometimes my Gandalf die, my Lodibelia comes out and do a little bit of nukes and shit, and it still helps. So like if you go back to this, you see my Gandalf survived the entire time. Dude, he was so close to dying at the end of the fight. But yeah, if this happens, it's actually quite fast. But then yeah, there are times where see 10:58 is close to 11 minutes, so he's still alive, but it didn't really go as well because I'm also trying to test with Okto here. But I guess in a way it does feel like it's a lot better to have Okto in the position 4 instead, because you know he's able to do a little bit more damage and shit. Because previously I put him in position 2 so that he can consistently buff Gandalf, because it's just more of my objective was to get Gandalf as much meter as I can, because you have to also remember that Monica is not. I'm not using Monica anymore, so I cannot Ogi every turn, right? So I need to give as much meter as to Gandalf, so it's like at least he can Ogi once every 2 turns, or sometimes if my MC can align his Ogi, Gandalf can Ogi like once in every 2 once every turn kind of thing. I think the most I've managed to do is like two Ogis back to back kind of thing, but yeah, you don't really see that much, but it kinda works out. But yeah, that's usually like that's usually the time I tend to have. There are some fail ones, like this is a fail one because I refreshed it. So this is the few ones. Yeah, this one was one of the better ones too, but I think I refreshed that as well, because like those 1 hour? Oh wait, no, this is the crewmate one, not mine. So this is the few. This the reason why it's a little bit fast because I was refreshing. But these ones are the ones where I failed because they got held under. I could not align the Ogi properly, where these two were get held under, or like either one of them really. So it's really, really bad. That's why like I hope that doesn't happen anymore when I'm casting Uriel. So far casting Uriel seems to work. Yeah, this one I don't know what happened, but it's like super smooth and shit. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 1053. So it's like 10, like most of my results has been really good with these three characters. For me, I'm not sure about you, but this, I'm just sharing what I have right now, and this seems to work. Yeah. So like previously, I tried with Sarasa, as you can see, put him in the back. It still seemed to work, right? But it's like, yeah, 1130. But wait, no, not this one. Yeah, try that again. I think this one refresh or some shit. Or is it this? Oh, this was one of the better ones where Sarasa actually survived the entire time. What are the other ones I have? Yeah, so I tried even with Tiger. So Tiger was really slow, but kind of worked out. Just that it was really, really slow. So Tiger is still somewhat okay, but yeah. Okay, I tried this. This failed very badly because I was trying to see how Lena worked out. Probably have to switch the alignment a little bit, but I just didn't like how sometimes I have to rely on Lena's RNG to not cuck me in terms of the way the meter is at for all my party members, because there are times where so happen, right? Let's just say so happen, this guy and this guy, maybe I can just kind of solve this problem, right? But like what happens if like my first three characters, right? My first three characters is like at 100%, and then she decided to yoink that meter and then it just rips. Yeah, probably if you want to use Lena, I would suggest you to just put her in front, so it's probably a lot better that way instead of her being in the back. Yeah, so it might work out better, especially I think if you're using Okto, you definitely want to put him in the back as well. Oh, this is going to be a long ass video. But I think that's mostly about it though. I don't really have too many shit to try out. Yeah, this is the one of the fail ones as well. Yeah, this is probably one of the fail ones too, because like I tried to use Relic Buster, it didn't seem to work out for me, especially if I just remove Okto altogether and stuff and try to use Monica. It's not that great. Don't look at the time. That's me refreshing. Same goes for this one. I tried to use Okto, but like Okto, if you're using Okto, that's really, especially at 150, there's really no point for you to use Relic Buster anymore. It's zero point, just because that the only thing your MC is providing is just armor. So there's really no reason for you to do that. It's a super waste of time. It's just better off running like what, around Lumberjack or even like Viking even. But yeah, Kango probably is one of my better ones, so that's why I'm sticking with Kango. Yeah. So that's probably the few ones that I have at the moment. So alright, I think that's enough explanation, but probably everyone's just gonna skip the explanation and yeah. Alright, let's hope for the best, and at least be somewhat of a decent YouTube video, shall we? Because there's no takeovers. There's no takeover. If this fails, I'm just gonna put it up on YouTube. Yeah, so I can understand that whole Lena thing too. Yeah, that's why. So that's probably one of the main things I failed at that one. But the reason why I didn't really want to stick with Lena as well is that I would still prefer Satyr altogether, because end of the day Satyr removes all debuffs in 2 turns. While Lena requires 2 turns to clear two debuffs. So it's technically still the same, but at the same time it's a little bit less clunky with Satyr, so I'm just sticking with Satyr, to be honest. That's kind of the main reason why. But yeah, so we'll be here for 10 minutes, so enjoy. Satyr is still better. I would like to think so as well, because I feel like Satyr, at least she can consistently she's able to consistently dispel every single turn no matter what, right? She can dispel and debuff every single turn, so that's very, very helpful in some way. That's why. So I just think it's just a much better character overall compared to Lena. I do like how Lena works because I remember that I really enjoyed using her in the likes of like say Super Baha or some shit, for example. It was really nice, but it doesn't feel like she fits to my needs right now, you know? Oh yeah, I mean Satyr gives relatively nice meter gain as well, so that's kind of pretty good. So yeah, as you can see, this should confirm the Ogi at 85, which is relatively yikes. But I'm probably going to take another Ogi later because it's going to overdrive, meaning I will go through the trigger now, and then he will go full overdrive, and then he gets full charge diamonds again, which fucking sucks, but it should be okay because I can kind of delay it, and hopefully it doesn't whiff with Okto later, because Okto is going to get his delay back up now. And so the reason why I said that as well is that if you can align, especially Gandalf, especially if you're using Gandalf, right? If you can align his Ogi with a trigger, right? It's probably the best the best situation you can have, because you can guarantee he will be able to dispel that annoying thing. Because based on my experience from this piece of shit, right? Whatever you see, whatever this boss does, right? Or from whatever triggers and Ogis, whatever, whenever he buffs itself, whichever, or he debuffs you with the supplemental shit, right? Any form of thing that increases his damage, right? You do not want that. It's very, very dangerous, especially because you have to remember this is like a marathon, right? It's not like, oh, this thing just dies in a few turns. No, because this is gonna be no doubt a long fight, because this guy has a lot of HP. It's like more than half of a billion. This guy has a lot of HP. So you have to really keep that in mind. So if you can consistently reduce all incoming damage as much as you can, you should be fine. Should. Should. Bad things might happen, but yeah, you should be fine. But like, I think I should be able to Ogi with Gandalf here and go through the trigger as well, I think. There are times that I probably don't, but I think it should be okay. It's the same amount as Babu? Wait, really? Yeah, it just has a lot of HP, man. Fucking hell. So, MC double Ogi here is actually really nice. So, oh, nice. Okay, okay. So, Gandalf, it managed to line up with Gandalf, so that's good. Of course, you're gonna fucking do that stupid buffs shit or anything or whatever. 700 mil, yeah. I didn't think Babu was that low, that's why. But, full team Ogi. So, this is fine because I will be able to get, like, I think I should have one turn of auto before I go into 50. So it should be okay. Because like I said earlier, the whole point is to line up the Ogi with Gandalf. It's very, very important. It's very, very important to line up with Gandalf. Oh, okay, I guess not. He's already Oging, so I guess whatever, I suppose. Let's see how this turns out to be. I don't think I'm going to hit it to 50 though. That's 8% worth of damage. Because 8% is a lot, man. And I'm only doing a 3-man Ogi right now. So, I might not be able to dispel his 50 properly. He's gonna get supplemental later, so I guess we'll get to see how bad it's gonna be. Yeah. Ow. Yeah, I don't think Gandalf can have Ogi. No, I don't think it's enough meter. Because MC is not going to be able to double Ogi here. Gandalf should be around like 79 or something. Or 80. Or 78. Yeah, see, he doesn't have Ogi. So this is kind of bad in a way, but I think it's still somewhat okay because my team still feels very, very fresh. Garrison is not really in effect yet, so it's still somewhat okay. And also, not to mention, I do have Aeofist, so it really helps. The MET really freaking helps, so it's okay. Did I line up the... Okay, so... This is really bad, by the way. This is actually really bad. So let's see how bad this is gonna be. I'm gonna get tripled with supplemental. And I have no garrison yet. Oh god. Yeah, wow! Ah! That is very painful. Yeah, that see what I mean? that's what I was saying that earlier. It was very, very bad whenever this thing happens. But I think it should be fine. I mean, it sounds very copium, but I think it should be still somewhat okay now. Even though I don't think he can Ogi. Oh wait, he can. Oh, thank fuck, he can Ogi. Oh, okay. Alright, this should be okay. I think Gandalf will be like 1% HP or something. He'll be really, really low, but I think he should still be alive. He should still be alive. Oh yeah, he's using this as well, yeah, so it's fine, yeah. You see what I mean by having no debuffs kinda hurts as well? Yeah. So now I'm just hoping that MC lands some shit. If MC doesn't land anything, I'm kind of fucked as well, actually. Okay, okay, okay. That's not too bad. At least the attack down landed. At least the attack down landed. That's the only good shit. I'm not sure if I'm hitting it to 20. I don't think I am. I might be able to though. Because I'm getting double Ogi from MC and Okto, so might be okay. Yeah. I feel like defend down is like the least of my worries actually. Because I know I can actually do damage just fine. Right? Because Ogi, getting damage for Ogi is very, very simple. It's just that the incoming damage is very, very scary. Yeah, I should be able to 20%, right? I think with my chain burst, I should be able to. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure Gandalf is still alive or not. I don't think he's alive anymore. Living on the edge, boys. Living on the freaking edge, baby. But he should be dead soon, though. He should be dead soon, unfortunately. This kind of thing is actually very normal, by the way, so don't mind it too much. The amount of HP you see now is actually very normal. This happens very often. Yep. This is the part where Garrison is in full effect. Oh my god, he's still alive. He's actually still alive. I think he's dead now though. There's no way he's gonna survive anymore. Yeah, Gandalf is dead now. But I think Okto and MC should still be alive. Because at least the attack down is still there. If the attack down wasn't there, they're dead. So, thank you so much, Gandalf. Oscare. Yeah, this should be a clear. This should be fine. Get double Ogi again. Yeah, double Ogi. So Satyr should Ogi as well. And I think Okto should double Ogi as well. Lobelia should not though. Yeah. This is not a kill yet, but I should be able to kill it. So it's, yeah, probably might see Kame. That happens. Okay, I guess that didn't really do that much because Garrison. Because you guys saw how much Garrison I was at, right? I mean, I can show you again if I dragged it a little lower. It's just the defense is fucking insanely high right now. But yeah. There we go. Very stressful, but hey, it works, right? I mean, so far I think only like you feel like once or something. So like, yeah, they were like at least like this, 10% HP, right? Like, look at that. They're almost 300% defense. So it's like things like this is required because I have no Galleon. Because you have to remember, Galleon herself has 300% defense. Very cool. So yeah, this is the things that I have to do in order for me to survive, yeah? And I really think that Ayer's bandages is actually really helpful just because you get big enmity and medium garrison out of this thing. So essentially what happens is that because I am always running double Titan, meaning this thing is just going to get multiplied like crazy. As you all saw, the enmity damage you see is pretty good, right? It helps so much, even though like I have 0 stamina. Who fucking cares, right? But yeah, I only have like basically 1 stamina mod anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. So this is all literally just increasing my raw damage with progression as well, because you know I'm like hitting like turn 15 or 16 or some shit, right? So progression helps a lot as well. So like I think if we were to go turn 10, progression is at 50%. So it's nice, right? It's at 50%. It helps in comparison to this 5%. It helps at least, so it just gives you more consistent in terms of damage, right? So yeah, you have this to give you the damage when you're that low, and then you have what's that? This one, you have this one, and then yeah, this one, this mod here as well. Then you have Opus, obviously, with AK providing a lot of raw damage as well, as you can see, because this is a big tree, a massive tree. And then you get a small attack as well, so which is really nice because you are stacking it with double Titan as well, so it gives a lot. Then you have another one here, so you have a lot of raw damage, including you have the help of Kame as well, so it helps. It's not like if you're the 3-stick Galleon user, I don't even know why you're here, to be honest. So but yeah, that is what I'm probably going to stick with. So once again, yeah, you do not really have to do NM200. It is a pretty ass fucking run of a boss fight. Yeah, it pretty is shit, but I think it's the rank is still going up relatively chill. It's not crazy fast. So if you guys at least want to get to top 80k, I suggest you to just, I don't know, speed run 150 or something if you can. If not, yeah, just do it with a friend. If not, just stick to 140. You don't really have to aim for top 80k, you know? If you can aim for top 80k, just do that, right? If not, chill, lay back, go to top 140k. 140k is very easy to be. I think you just need to be like 500 mil or some shit and you should be fine. This one probably at this point is going to hit like 1.2 billion or some shit by the looks of it. With the NM200 being a thing, yeah, by the looks of it, it's just gonna be like somewhat similar as last Guild War or some shit, eh? Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I don't think there's much else to say, but I just gonna wish you guys the best of luck for day 3 and day 4. I'm not really gonna post anything for day 4 because it's the same as today, right? So, I mean, if I found any other stuff, if I changed anything, then I guess I will show it. But if not, well, you know where to find me. Till then, hope you guys have a good Guild War. Good luck with your Guild War. I can't even speak the word properly. Yeah. Good luck with your Guild War, boys. Day 3 and day 4. NM200, lol. And yeah, I'll see you YouTube boys whenever I feel like putting a video up. Yep. Okay. Yeah. All right.